Shade Highlands, a zone no one's seen. So we're going to go ahead and mask it with the soul tree so you guys can't see what's going on there. Or maybe he's going to show you a little more. Why don't you pop up the soul tree real quick, Chris? Right in the middle of all those mobs where you're going to get killed. No? Alright, well I'm going to use this moment. Are there any other questions while Chris wanders around aimlessly? Anything? Anything? We have a request to go kill guildies. Do you know where they are? Where are they? An iron pine? Do we have a name? Okay, so go up to Chris, tell them their name, and we'll see what we can do. Alright, so we have a request to kill guildies. I don't know if that's really allowed or not. A guild name. He needs to prove he's really here and he's talking to developers. We're keen on that. So really guys, this is an impromptu demo and I'm not kidding when I say if you have any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. Oh, we'll have some PvP system questions. Oh, Shimmer saying, yet another zone we haven't shown yet. Chris, you're full of great macros today. I'm going to go to my resident lore guru standing next to me and tell us a little more about Shimmer saying.
So this is the Flat Yard. This is where the Dragon Slayer Covenant takes all the cultists and imprisons them. But lately the cultists have risen up and you have to infiltrate the prison, find out who is now leading the cultists, and kill them.
Time out. Chris, did you summon the guildmate? Oh, he's dead already? You didn't even give him a fighting chance? Oh, you should summon him again. Make him wave.
Yeah, I'm in
Oh, we're gonna get in so much trouble for this tomorrow.
We're gonna get...
Beta feedback. Developers are irresponsible and do not take their job seriously. Wait, Chris, what are you doing? You summon him? Okay. Well, anyway, so Chris is showing off Scarlet Gorge now. As I can say, this is usually a lot more coordinated. I'm nearby Chris where I can like bash him on the back of the head for cue a signal. I'm just kind of playing through it here now.
This is so awesome, it's unscripted.
This is the most impromptu demo ever, by the way. So, Chris, why don't we find something interesting in the zone here? Oh, there's a tear. Open up the tear. Let's see what we got on the other side. Oh, is that a scripted rift? Is it an air rift? Oh, wow. Are we? Yeah. Are we okay? All right. We're fine. Okay. So we really haven't shown a lot of air rifts, but you know, here's one.
Okay, so everybody who's here, please pretend that you're not seeing this for like a month. Thanks.
All right, we're good. Now that the NDA has been announced. So as you can see, this is another one of our rifts that we really haven't shown quite a bunch. But each one of them changes the world in their own unique way. Air rifts, for example, one might wonder how the plane of air would take over an area. It tends to rip up chunks of the landmass around it, throw it in various places, and cause all sorts of havoc. So what are you fighting over there, Chris? I have no idea what he's doing. He's just, oh, he's dying. Really? You're a developer, Chris, with developer commands, and you're dying. I think you need to change your class to not suck. So speaking of classes, yeah, Rift has got a really unique class system. So as you can see, Chris is playing one of our callings here. This is a road calling. Each one of our callings is a little bit unique. They each have different play styles associated with them, and their own souls as well. One of the nice things about the soul system is the fact that what soul you choose isn't necessarily what you're stuck in. So as you can see, Chris is currently playing, I believe he's got a Riftstalker Assassin, maybe with a little bit of Bard. And what this allows him to do is teleport around and solo really well. Chris is a big PvPer. In fact, he's in charge of all of our PvP systems. So I'm going to single him out as the guy that you need to annoy for PvP questions. And he's basically tends to build builds that are really good at PvP and really annoying as well, as teleporting rogues are. He does have a little bit of Bard mixed in there. So maybe when he's got a free moment, he's going to pull out his loot and do a couple power chords for us. So another thing we're trying to do is we're a big fan of fantasy and MMOs and all sorts of games. We come from a diverse background. So each one of the souls is kind of a pet pick of many of our designers here in the studio. The Bard is one of them. I know a lot of people out there, he's a fan favorite as well. And trust me when I say this, if you liked playing Bards in other games, you'll love the Bard in Rift. I do suggest a wrist guard or wrist support, because if you don't have a wrist support, you will have carpal tunnel syndrome. Did I mention you have a loot? Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Play us some tunes. Not on your horse. There we go. Oh, now he's playing his little horn as well. So Bard's an example of one of our support souls. They're not the best in the world at soloing unless you're really, really nimble-fingered. But they're one of those classes that you really want with you when you're trying to take a dungeon or a raid. Like I was saying, one of the nice things about the soul system is the fact you can change your character around. You can have a number of different roles, up to 4, each with different soul loadouts. So you can have a couple of different playstyles that you can switch around depending on what you want to do. Hey Chris, do you have another soul in the hopper or only one of them? Oh, I think he does. Do you have a blink one? Okay, that looks pretty good. Switch to something with a little bit of some points to spend. What's he doing here? I can't read from this far. He's going with a little bit of Ranger. Okay, so once again, like I said, you can change it up. So now he's split out to be a little bit of Ranger. Rangers are awesome solo souls. They have their pet, obviously, a number of different beasts. And Chris's ever so popular horse. And they're really, really meant for solo play, and they're also great in PvP. There's nothing more annoying than a razor beast gnawing on your leg. In the meantime, do we have any other questions? I think there was a question about PvP, huh? So the PvP system in Rift, we'll be talking once again more about later. But it has a full-featured system that includes a PvP advancement system. I'm not going to tell you what you get for the PvP advancement system. Considering our game is all about souls and the planes and those types of things, one would assume you may unlock additional souls for PvP. I don't know. You may have to watch a little bit longer to find out about that. One might assume as you increase PvP ranks, you might get awesome loot and fat loot and awesome items. That may in fact be true as well. If you're awesome at PvP, you may visit a war front. I think Chris, as the PvP designer, knows how to get into those. So maybe he's going to show you one. So war fronts is one of the aspects of PvP in the game. It's one that we've actually announced and talked about a little bit. So we can give you a real quick tour, especially since Russ, my boss, gave me the A-OK. I'm kind of waiting for Chris to launch it. Use your special GM powers. Which is? Fat fingers? I have fat fingers. Well, he should have the Adam Gershwin's problem because he's using the Adam Gershwin's account. So it seems like my account has lost master GM privileges here. So if at any point during this alpha test a guild decides to launch a war front, we'll be seeing if some action happens there. So in the meantime, Chris, why don't you go ahead and show the next area that we've got on the pre-made macros. Alright, so we're back in the Globe. A number of people may have seen this during our Gamescom demo. Globe went under siege by the plane of fire, the forest burning, and all that such. So we'll do a quick tour of this zone as well. Hey Chris, why don't you pop your map open again and see if there's actually any invasions going on here.